everyone, welcome to the Mission Driven Life podcast, episode 180. It is 5:43 a.m. and I'm looking good and I'm ready to be of service to you today. And can I talk to you about leadership? So this is episode 180, guys, and we're coming to you every day with leadership value that can trust add value to you. So this the mission of this podcast is to set the world ablaze with the missions of leaders. So if you have your own mission you got to share, if you have something you want to share in your own life, stay tuned, email me, and I would love to have you here and feature you here, right? But as you tune in, we want to give you access to a free library of courses, PDFs, documents, and we're actually bringing together a huge pool of people and different courses from different people and put it onto a free platform. So a free platform that you can go on and find these courses and use them for free, and you can share with your friends for free. And it's different things, right? So join our free library, and if you want to join, go to truewarrior.ca. The link is below, and you can connect there, because today is the road to remembrance, and I'm remembering people. I'm remembering the people, and I'm remembering people like you because I know you matter. And as much as you matter today, I want to remember people before me, right? So the whole month of November, it's all about remembrance, and I'm remembering some people in my life, especially my strong friend Evan. My good friend Evan, and maybe some of you guys have seen me with Evan, or maybe you've met Evan before. He's my good friend. We were actually locked up together. We were in the juvenile detention. We were actually in Calgary Young Offender Center together, and we spent some time. Back when I was getting into a lot of trouble, we would always walk the hallways, right? We'd walk around and get to know each other. But, there was actually a little bit of a beef because Evan rolled with a different crew than I did. And we got into, we just had some disagreements. But as time told, and when he got out, he heard that I finished university, right? Or I was in university, and he wanted to join too. So we hung out, we linked up, we went to men's group together, we lifted weights together. We actually got some boxing gloves, and we would box each other out. Evan is a very strong man. He has a hard punch, so he's a good test for me. Like, he actually helps me become more stronger and confident, especially in the boxing ring, because Evan's a good boxer. Look, so I want to remember me. I want to remember Evan because he's a good man, and I want to tell you what I learned from him. And he is a leader. He is someone who has taught me about leadership. And if you didn't know, Evan was actually one of the first Warrior Leadership members. So one of our first Warrior Leadership executives. As a team, Evan helped me out so much. And he believed in the vision. He spoke. He spoke at some of Warrior Leadership's events and speaking events. That it was powerful. Now, Evan is a strong man. He's a strong man, not just physically, but mentally. He's a bigger guy, a heavier guy, but he is strong, he is fit, he works hard, he does a lot of construction. And I haven't seen him in a while, right? It's been a while since we connected, but I'm going to talk to him about him, because he's fucking cool as hell. He's a strong man who was always ready for a fight. As he grew up, he grew up in Calgary. He was always ready for a fight. Always wanted to test himself, improve himself. Evan was always ready to scrap and ready to put and do the dirt. He tested me, and and what I learned is that I tested how to handle my own trouble. I remember this one time we scrapped it out, and we were in the weight rooms, and he was so relentless with that punches, and I was hitting with that jab, and I was jabbing, moving, staying away from that punch. Was really powerful is that we get a chance to bond when we're boxing. We get a chance to bond when we're fighting. When we're hitting each other with boxing gloves, I get a chance to test him, and he gets a chance to test me. And it's a great skill, actually getting punched in the face. If you can handle that, that's great. He taught me how to work hard, right? We'd go to the gym together, we'd always work out together, and we'd really motivate each other. He'd have a bad day, he'd always have a good day. And whenever Evan would get out of jail, sometimes he would go back in, and He would get locked up for some small things, and he'd come back out. One thing that I remember from him is that how hard he worked, how hard and how much he had a huge desire to help people, especially the youth. He wanted to speak to the youth. He wanted to inspire the youth. He wanted to talk to all the youth and tell them how they can add value to their life. You know, Evan was fucking focused, man. Evan was focused, and Evan has a good heart. He taught me how to work hard, but he also taught me how to have a knockout life. Have a life that's a knockout. Have a life that's fucking a beautiful life and strong life. And how he taught me this was like whenever we'd box, he'd hit me with that good shot. Maybe I'd like stagger and fall or a little bit. But he taught me to have a knockout life, right? And he taught me to be a leader. If I'm gonna say something, and I told him I was gonna be to pick him up at 7, I better be there to pick him up at 7, right? Because that's how important our word was back then. And it still is today. But with Evan would always challenge me if I didn't keep my word. So super grateful for that. I need that kind of reminder in my life, right? You know, if you agree, let me know. This is the Mission Driven Life, episode 180. This is a daily podcast. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hope you learned from Evan. I know that you probably have a friend or a best friend that you learn from yourself. And, you know, take some time to really reflect on the people in your life and be like, yo, what can I learn from these people? They don't have to be top level people right now. You could learn from the people beside you, the people right next to you. And what I've been doing is, you know, mentally jotting down cool notes and strengths of the people that I'm around, right? Because the friends around me, they have strengths in different areas. Some have strengths in money. Some have strengths in business. Some have strengths with women and social skills. And I could learn from that, right? And that's the cool thing about life. Life is just like it's a game. You know, we actually had a speaking event today. I got a chance to speak on sales. So I'm going to share with you another time. I've actually shared it in a recent podcast on buyers, flyers, and triers. But I'm going to refine my presentation, get it clear to you, and I want to share that with you. So this is the Mission Driven Life. Thank you for tuning in if you're watching the replay or if you're tuning in to the podcast. Hope you guys have a good day.